standing all day. 'Cause
I don't know the melody, so I won't be having you.
In green, right now, for the moment.
This is the hour of memory. This is our house of comfort. Wounded by losses of our loved ones, we retreat from life for a time. Our synagogue, our community gathers us in. Into this place we bring our stories, we bring our prayers, we bring our unanswered and unanswerable questions. We bring tears that need to be shed, lives recollected and carried within us, moments of courage and laughter and pain. This day embraces them all. This place embraces them all. This moment embraces them all. Now the heart opens in sorrow, for we are time's subjects. And all that we love, we must lose. So let us hold fast the love that remains and cherish the light of the sun. Today all of us walk the mourner's path. Together may we find strength. As you came in moments ago, there was an opportunity to take a stone from the basket just past the door. Either one stone for someone you loved and lost, or multiple stones for multiple people. Whatever you chose, if you do not grab one and you would like one, we have a bowl with Larry right there. The invitation with these stones is to hold them. These stones parallel the leaving of stones at a headstone, a matzeva of our beloved, to say that you are remembered, to say that you touched our lives. Towards the conclusion of our Yizkor service this afternoon, for all who wish to participate, there will be an opportunity to come up to the bima and to do two things. First, to leave the stone as you would at the gravesite of a loved one, to leave the stone here on our bima, on our large memory stone. And as you come up to the bima, there are baskets of rose petals. And to take those rose petals and to leave them in our most sacred, our most holy space, our Aron HaKodesh, the holy ark with our Torah scrolls. A Yizkor service is, well, quite honestly, it is the most daunting service to have the responsibility of leading, because it's just words after words after words, and none of them quite ever get it right. The way we bring comfort to a mourner in a house of mourning is actually not with words at all. It's with presence. It's by being there in silence, reminding people that they don't stand alone in their time of need. And so all we have are these words of a Yizkor service. And my prayer is, while I know not all of them are going to get it right, or land, or even not offend, my prayer is also that something touches the heart, that something connects us in love to those we've lost and helps us make it through this time. Page 1011. The night I lost you, someone pointed me towards the 5 stages of grief. Go that way, they said. It's easy, like learning to climb stairs after an amputation. And so I climbed. Denial was first. I sat down at breakfast, carefully setting the table for 2. I passed you the toast. You sat there. I passed you the paper. You hid behind it. Anger seemed more familiar. I burned the toast, snatched the paper, and read the headlines myself. But they mentioned your departure, and so I moved on to bargaining. What could I exchange for you? The silence after storms? My typing fingers? Before I could decide, depression came puffing up. A poor relation, its suitcase tied together with string. In the suitcase were bandages for the eyes and bottles of sleep. I slid all the way down the stairs, feeling nothing. And all the time, hope flashed on and off in defective neon. Hope was a signpost pointing straight in the air. Hope was my uncle's middle name. He died of it. After a year, I am still climbing, though my feet slip on your stone face. The tree line has long since disappeared. Green is a color I have forgotten. But now I see what I am climbing towards. Acceptance. Written in capital letters, a special headline, acceptance. Its name is in lights. I struggle on, waving and shouting. Below, my whole life spreads its surf, all the landscape I've ever known or dreamed of. Below, a fish jumps, the pulse in your neck. Acceptance. I finally reach it, but something is wrong. Grief is a circular staircase. I have lost you. We die. Despite appointments and feuds, while our toddler, who has recently learned to say no, opens and shuts drawers 100 times a day, and our teen braces for the rapids of romance. We die despite the contracts and business trips we plan when our desk is untidy, despite a long list of things to do which we keep simmering like a rich broth. We die despite work we cherish, marrying whom we love, piling up a star-spangled fortune, basking on the Riviera of fame, and achieving that human participle with no known object. If you are holding a stone in your hand, or multiple stones in your hand, if you're remembering multiple people today, for just one of those people, I invite you to take a moment and to think about the first time you met. Where were you? Who were you? How did you feel? Our next readings are readings in honor of the most intimate relationships, the ones for whom we are directly obligated to mourn. Plus grandparents. For although the tradition does not obligate us to walk the path of a mourner, if any of us have had our lives touched by a loving grandparent, it doesn't matter what halakha says, we mourn. Page 1019. My mother's mother died in the spring of her years, and her daughter forgot her face. Her portrait engraved on my grandfather's heart was erased from the world of images when he died. In the house, just her mirror remained, sunk with age in its silver frame, and I, the pale grandchild who does not resemble her, peer into it today as into a lake that hides its treasure underwater. Deep behind my face, I see a young woman, pink-cheeked, smiling, a wig on her head, threading a long looped earring through the tender flesh of her lobe. Deep behind my face shines the bright gold of her eyes, and the mirror passes on the family lore. She was very beautiful. For a parent, on page 1022. Move to the front of the line, a voice says. And suddenly there is nobody left standing between you and the world to take the first blows on their shoulders. This is the place in books where part 1 ends and part 2 begins, and there is no part 3. The slate is wiped, not clean, but like a canvas painted over in white so that a whole new landscape must be started. Bits of the old still showing underneath. Those colors sadness lends to a certain hour of evening. Now the line of light at the horizon is the hinge between the earth and heaven, only visible a few moments as the sun drops its rusted padlock into place. Page 1024, for a child. I will never be able to stop my tears, and the day is far off when I will forget this cruel day. Why could we not have died with him? His little clothes still hang on his rack, his milk is still by his bed. Overcome, it is as though life had left us. We lie prostrate and insensible all day. I am no longer young enough to try to understand what has happened. I was warned of it in a dream. No medicine would have helped, even if it would have been heaped mountain high. The disease took its course inexorable. It would be better for me if I took a sword and cut open my bowels. They are already cut to pieces with sorrow. I realize what I am doing and try to come to myself again, but I am exhausted and helpless, carried away by excess of sorrow. And on 1025, for a spouse or a partner. As long as I speak your name, you are not dead. As long as I think your pain, I cannot grieve. The granite marker tells your name, your age. The bleak horizon scars the barren hedge. As long as you are not dead. Let us now take an extended meditation to remember and to hold in our hearts our beloveds, to imagine them there by our side, to hear the sound of their laughter one more time, to take in that wonderful feast of the senses that only our dearest ones give to us. Page 1027. Yizkor Elohim et nishmatam she yarikenu shehalchu leolamam. Let God remember the souls of our beloveds who went to their places of eternal rest. Please let their souls be bound up with the living in this continuum of life, and may their rest be honorable. Grant them abundant joy in your presence and sweet pleasures at your right hand for eternity. Amen.
Teach us to treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day, that we may open our hearts to your wisdom. Oh, teach us to treasure each day, that we may open our hearts to your wisdom. Oh, teach us to treasure each day.
Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day. Treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day.
A reading on forgiveness in the afterlife. It's not in your machzor, it comes from Mishkan HaNefesh. This is by Cantor Linda Hirschhorn. I do have an ongoing relationship with the dead, and I do think about the afterlife. My afterlife, that is, after someone I know dies. What happens to me afterwards in my life? Some deaths come too soon. Some deaths are unexpected. Some deaths we think we are prepared for, but really we rarely are. We don't usually know when a conversation is the last conversation with so much that may be left unsaid and unresolved. So in this afterlife of mine, I am still in relationship with people who have died. I miss them. I talk to them in my mind. I ask them questions about our relationship that I wasn't ready to ask them when they were still alive. I show off my accomplishments and wish they could witness them. And yes, I still have some of the same old arguments. I'm still trying to prove my point of view. What helps me go forward? How do I resolve these lingering feelings? Here is what makes the Yom Kippur Yizkor so special. This forgiveness prayer, devoted exclusively to those no longer with us, that comes late in the afternoon when we are tired, hungry, vulnerable, and open. During this Yizkor, I am given the opportunity to forgive myself for cutting off that last phone conversation with my father. I was always in a hurry. He always wanted to chat longer, and then he died. It's during this Yizkor that I have the opportunity to forgive my mother for her harsh ways, to let go of being angry for my sake in this world, if not for her sake in the world to come. For this Yizkor to feel honest and meaningful, I don't want to sentimentalize those relationships. I don't just want to remember the ideals and gifts they may or may not have passed down. I want to remember these relationships exactly as they were, and then be able to forgive myself and them for our failings, for what we never got a chance to repair or to finish. Page 1034. Adonai roi lo echsar. Bino deshe yarbitseni alme menuchot yanachaleni nafshi yeshovev. Yancheni v'magale tzedek lema'an shemo gam ki elech b'getz almavet lo irara ki ata imadi. Shivtecha umishantecha hema yanachamuni taroch lefanai shochan neged zorarai dishanta v'shemen roshi kosi revaya. Ach tov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yamei chayai, v'shavti beveit Adonai le'orech yamim. The Eternal is my shepherd, I shall never be in need. Amid the choicest grasses does God set me down. God leads me by the calmest waters and restores my soul. God takes me along paths of righteousness in keeping with the honor of God's name. Even should I wander in the valley of the darkest shadows, I will fear no evil. You are with me, God. Your power and support are there to comfort me. You set in front of me a table in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup is overflowing. Surely goodness and loving kindness will pursue me all the days of my life, and I shall come to dwell inside the house of the Eternal forever. The strangest verse in this 23rd Psalm, here it says, you set in front of me a table in the presence of my enemies. Right? So right after, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The very next thing is, you set a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Ta'aroch lefanai shochan neges hararai is the Hebrew. The enemies, in a time like this, our isolation, alienation, regret, remorse, despair, depression. Those are the enemies before us. And God is a Jewish mother. God sets a table before us and says, you should eat. You need your strength. This journey is long. At this moment, we invite those who feel called to come up on either side of the bema, down the aisles, to place your stone on the stone of memory, as well as putting rose petals into the ark. El Malei Rachamim asks that the souls of our beloveds be bound up in life immortal. We turn together to page 1028. Please rise. El Malei Rachamim shochet bamrumim hametzei menucha nechona tachat kanfei hashchina im kiddushim ut horim kezor hari kira mazhirim et nishmatam lehalchu shehalchu leolamam bal harachamim yastirehu beseter kenafav leolamim veyitzur bitzur hachayim et nishmatam Adonai hu nachalatam Veyanuchu beshalom al mishgavam venomar Amen. God filled with mercy, dwelling in the heavens' heights, bring complete rest beneath the wings of your Shekhinah, together with the ranks of the holy and pure, who shine like the radiance in heaven, the souls of our beloved ones and our blameless who went to their eternal place of rest. May you, who are the source of mercy, shelter them beneath your wings eternally. Bind their souls among the living, that they may rest in peace, as together we say, Amen. Page 1032, the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shumei rabbah
Amen.
be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayachon uv'yomachon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael b'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lalmei almayad yitbarach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'romam v'yitnaseh v'hadar v'aleh v'halal shmei d'kudusha barichu le'ela minko birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata t'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Osei shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony in the high heavens make peace for us, make peace for all Israel, make peace for all the world. As together we say, Amen. Please be seated.
Shalom. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. I will build this world from love. And you must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love.
In just a few moments, as we conclude our Yizkor and towards our Ne'ilah, our concluding service on this Yom Kippur, I want to say a special word of thanks to you, Judith, for lending your voice and your heart and your soul, not only on Yom Kippur, but especially now, especially during this Yizkor, especially in this first year after your loss. I want you to know how much it means to me and to us. Thank you. Thank you. Friends, we're going to pivot in just a few moments toward Ne'ilah. That is our concluding service. For those for whom it's been a long day, you'll be delighted to know we keep it moving. Won't be that long until we'll all be up here on the bima. We're going to sound the shofar together. We're going to make Havdalah at the end, and then we'll break fast together in the courtyard, beginning in just a few minutes.